Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Nakie. I hope everyone is doing well. On today's menu we'll make a baked red snapper. Really delicious but very easy to make. Let's get started. And these are my ingredients. Half onion, some ginger, green bell pepper. It's like quarter of it, scotch bonnet pepper, and some stock cube. I'm also going to be using some suya powder or kebab powder and some curry powder. So I'm going to blend the scotch bonnet pepper, the ginger root, the onion, the scotch bonnet pepper, and the Maggi cube together. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of oil to blend. I'm not using water. You could use the water if you prefer. The reason I did not use water for this part is sometimes it makes it watery, like the mixture, it makes it watery, and also when I use it to bake my fish, it becomes a little bit watery on the side. That's why I'm not using the water. And the oil brings the crispiness out of it. It adds like a little bit frying to it when it's in the oven. That's why I use the oil. So I poured my mixture into a bowl. I added my suya mix or my kebab powder and my curry powder to it, and a little bit of salt. Curry powder now is becoming one of my secret ingredients. I love it because it gives the food some different taste and it's really good. I use it in my chicken recipe and I loved it, and I'm trying it on this red snapper and it was so good. It was not too much curry powder, just a little bit, and it was so good. So give it a try if you love curry powder. This is my redfish or my red snapper. It is washed and clean. I took off all the part that need to be taken off. And yeah, I'm just pat drying it to take off the extra moisture from it. So at this point, I'm just making a cut on each side. So I'm making like two cut, like an incision. So my spices or my mixture will enter it really good when I'm baking it. You don't want to just sit on top without having it inside. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So my fish is ready. All I need to do is just season it up, and I'm using a spoon to wrap everything on top, make sure everything goes in and out, in the head, everywhere. If you have gloves, it's easy to make it. But at this point, I ran out of gloves, so I have to use just the spoon to wrap everything. I don't want to use just my bare hands because of the scotch bonnet pepper. It's gonna burn my hands after that, so I have to use the spoon to do that. But hey, if you're okay, you could use a hand to do that. And if you did not use the scotch bonnet pepper because you didn't like it spicy, then go ahead and use a hand. And if you have gloves, yeah, that's the safest way. Just use a glove to prevent any burning on your hand. So my fish is done. I'm done wrapping the seasoning on it. What I'm doing right now, I'm just gonna cover with cling film and put it in the refrigerator to marinate for about 30 minutes. If you have more time, yeah, then yeah. But I didn't have much time, so 30 minutes was enough, and it was still good anyway. But if you don't have time, go ahead and bake it right away. It still will taste good. And about 30 minutes later, I took it out, and all I have to do is right now just put it on the baking tray and just bake it. On my baking sheet, I have my baking liner. I love my baking liner when I'm using it because it prevents it from burning really fast, and it also gives it that crispier texture on the outside and really bakes it really good. So if you have a baking liner, try it. So make sure whatever mixture is left in the bowl, make sure you wrap it on the fish, just giving it extra flavor and not gonna be extra dry when you're baking it, all right? So I baked the fish in a 300 degrees oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes later, look at that. See how beautiful that looks? See the crispness that I was talking about with the baking liner? Yeah, it's not burnt. It just keep it really moist and really, really good. So after flipping the fish, yeah, I have to use the rest of the spice mixture that I have. Make sure you don't use all the mixture on one side. You want to save some for later when you flip the fish. You keep it extra moist and it's going to give it extra flavor too. And after 15 minutes on the other side, my red snapper or my red fish is ready. And yes, now we are gonna be having this with some kenkey. Have this with your rice, with your, yeah, whatever you prefer your fish with, go ahead and have it. Look how beautiful our red snapper turned out. This is an easy recipe to follow, and I know you have most of these ingredients in your pantry. And do not forget the secret ingredient, the curry powder. Just a little bit. It just took this red snapper to a different level. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you give this recipe a try and I know you will love it. Please give me a thumbs up if you love this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Until I come your way next time, this is Cook with Nakie. Be good to yourself, be good to everybody. It goes a long way.